Welcome back. Now we're ready for the discussion on how the parts of the flower work together in order to produce seeds. We are going to start with the petal. Petal is spelled P-E-T-A-L, and we're going to write that on line 1. The petals have a couple of very important jobs. One is they surround and protect the reproductive parts of the flower, and 2, they look and they smell great. Did you know that big petals attract birds? White petals attract bats, but all petals attract insects. And did you know that the scent of a flower is what attracts bees the most? What color do you think petals come in? If you said red, pink, yellow, orange, blue, purple, and white, you're correct. They come in all of those colors. Now choose one of those colors and color the petals on your paper. Next, we're going to look at the male parts of the flower, and the male parts are called the stamen. Stamen is spelled S-T-A-M-E-N, and we're going to write that on line 7. The stamen has 2 parts. The first one is the anther. That's spelled A-N-T-H-E-R, and we're going to write that on line 5. The other part is the filament, F-I-L-A-M-E-N-T, and we're going to write that one on line 6. The anther is where the pollen is produced to be carried away by the wind or moved by insects, and the filament is the tube that supports the anther. Take a moment now and color the anther yellow and the filament brown. And now we have the female parts of the flower, and it's called the pistil, P-I-S-T-I-L, and we're going to write that on line 4. The pistil is where the pollen is received in order to create seeds. The pistil has 2 parts. The stigma, S-T-I-G-M-A, which we're going to write on line 3, is a little bit sticky, so the pollen collects there and doesn't drift away. Please take a moment and color the stigma a light green. The other part of the pistil is the ovary, O-V-A-R-Y, and we're going to write that on line 2. Ovary is where the seeds are waiting on the pollen so they can mature and be released and become new plants. Please take a moment and color the ovary black. To finish up our worksheet, we're going to talk about the sepal, the receptacle, and the stem. The sepal, spelled S-E-P-A-L, which we'll write on line 10, is the part that protects the flower before it even blooms, and it kind of looks like a couple of leaves. The receptacle, spelled R-E-C-E-P-T-A-C-L-E, which we'll write on line 9, is the point where the flower connects to the stem. And the stem, S-T-E-M, which we'll write on line 8, allows for water and nutrients to move up and down the flower. Please take a moment and color all 3 of those parts dark green. I hope the lesson has been helpful to you in exploring the parts of the flower and their role in pollination.